Welcome back to Book Buzz with Jan and Ping, a podcast focused on romance books. So this week, we will be talking about the books that we've read, currently reading, and we will be talking about our experience at the Field-Driven Season 2 premiere in LA. So we hope you guys will enjoy this week's episode.
So on the 17th, me and Ping reunited. We got together in Los Angeles, which let me tell you, I think I've been to Los Angeles so much more than in the last year and a half. I went in October, I went again in December, and then I went again last month.
Dang, that is a lot.
It's a lot. I can't complain because I love LA. And I remember I had spoken to you about how I want to move to California. Yes. And I was then after my trip in October, I was like, maybe California's not for me, blah, blah, blah. And then when I went this last month, that urge to move over there came back in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to move to California, like, so bad.
It's quite expensive, but
it's expensive. That's the reason that I'm like holding back on, following my crazy dream. But so we went to the premiere for Driven, which was amazing. Like we mentioned before in our first podcast, me and Ping met in the first premiere. And I will say the premiere from season 1 was totally different than the premiere for season 2. Let's start off with the male lead showed up for season 2. Okay. Unlike they did for season 1. And it was I mean the first we saw the first 2 episodes, which you can now watch the first 2 episodes on passionflix.com. There are 3 codes. I think it's Race You. The other one is Checker Flag. And then the third one, I think, is C. Donovan. Don't quote me. I will add those on the description below. And you use those codes and you get a discount off your subscription in Passionflix and you can watch the episodes. But the first 2 episodes are on the website already. And it was very different than what I expected. Because I remember you didn't want to go. Well, you weren't sure if you wanted to go or if you could go. Yeah. I wasn't sure towards the end if I could go.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I was like, you know what? YOLO. Yeah. And we ended up meeting again in Los Angeles. It was so much fun. I had fun. I did too. Like you said, towards the end, you were tired. I was tired. I was tired, but I will tell you that I loved how everybody, like from like the cast and crew, how much they were communicating and like enjoying their time with people who were able to attend the premiere.
Yeah.
I thought that was very amazing, sweet, and awesome. Yeah. And see, episode 2, I was like cringing in my seat because I come out on episode 2 and I'm just like, what am I doing in there?
You look good, girl. You don't have to be all stressing out about it. You totally look good. And I have to say, it was only 1 scene.
Yeah, because after that, I'm like, I'm out. Peace. Bye.
It was good. I think you did good.
Like sayonara.
Someone come sign Jan. She can.
No. But it was very fun. I loved it. I mean, if you guys haven't read the Driven series, I totally recommend it. And I loved it. I love Olivia and Michael. I think that they did amazing.
Yeah.
Michael I think he nails Colton very well. I know a bunch of people we were concerned on how it was going to be having a new male lead, especially because I thought, no, after everything, I thought Casey was a very good Colton and everything, but I thought Michael nailed it. Those angry screaming scenes kind of scared me. I was like, don't scream at Olivia, Michael. Don't scream. But I thought it was very well done. I liked it. You still get the vibe of the book, which is what I think matters.
Yeah.
The little details is what matters. And I will say, I was on set, and I can tell you that Tosca, Olivia, Michael, everybody who's in there, they work so hard to make sure that every detail is how it is in the book for the fans.
Yeah.
So they do work really hard, and I hope everybody that watches it enjoys it. I loved it. Michael and Olivia nailed it. I'm so excited for the 3rd and 4th episode.
Yeah.
Because that's when the drama starts. And there's a scene, I've always said Fueled is my favorite book of the whole series. You know how the first book is always, the starting of the journey. Yeah. The middle is the excitement. And then the last is always the closing.
Yeah.
Fueled for me was always my favorite. Because I think it has a lot of drama scenes that I love in a book. And there's a scene, if you haven't read Fueled yet, spoiler alert, but these books have been out for years, so I wouldn't consider them spoilers. There's a scene with Riley and Colton have already broken up. I guess they're like they're broken up. And she's in a bar drinking, and she's talking to this guy, and here comes Colton all jealous and like drunk, and they get into like this fight, and then Beckett locks him in a room. So I'm very excited for that scene because I feel that the scenes where Bryce, who portrays Beck, when he's in them, they're really good.
Yeah.
I loved him. Loved him. And it's so funny because we were talking to Tosca at the premiere, and was it you who I was talking? I don't know if it was you or Elizabeth. We're talking to Tosca, and we were like, are you going to do Ace? Because Ace is the 4th book of the series. And Passion Flix only optioned the first 3.
Yeah.
And Tosca, she hadn't read Ace yet. And Christy is telling her about it, and she seemed very intrigued.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Ace is I don't know if you remember what happens in Ace, but it's a very hard roller coaster book. Like for the Driven series, the first 3, Riley is like this badass woman who is set to remind Colton that love does exist, and etc. etc. And Ace is the opposite. So now is Colton trying to remind Riley that anything's possible and that you could do anything because she loses herself. So it's very interesting to see that. So I hope she makes Ace though. I want to see Colton as the dad. But
I don't know if they'll be able to. They have kids in it, right? In Ace? I don't even remember.
What do you mean kids? Do
they have
have
babies?
one. They have one kid, which is Ace. Because I think they name him Ace.
How old was Ace in the book?
A newborn. So Ace is where she gets pregnant.
Yeah.
And it's throughout the whole journey of her pregnancy.
Oh, okay.
And then when she has the baby, and then I don't know if I'm just gonna say it, and she does get some postpartum depression, if I remember correctly. So it's a lot of him trying to get her out of that thing, because you know how in Crash she does have a miscarriage.
Yeah.
So that whole Ace journey is her being in critical condition while she's pregnant, having the baby, having postpartum depression. So it's a very, very, and then Colton faces all his demons in Ace. I'm not going to give that spoiler away, but he does confront two people in that book, and it's epic.
Yeah.
That I would like to see on screen. So if you're listening, message Tosca and tell her we want aced. But other than, like, apart from that, I thought the premiere was amazing. I loved it. I recommend you guys watch season 2.
Yeah.
And I will say that I felt like I've always been obsessed with Driven's opening credits. I've always said I thought those have been the best credits ever. I think the music and the way they did it is very unique. Yeah. And I am so glad they kept that theme for season 2.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're so intriguing. Like, it makes me get goosebumps. Every time I see them, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
But I loved it. It was amazing. It was amazing seeing you again. And I feel that, I don't know, my goal and my plan is to go back soon to California again, hopefully in the near future. Maybe not, like, maybe towards the end of this year, maybe early next year, I don't know. But if not, you could always come to Texas.
Well, if I purchase my tickets for Book Bonanza, then
but that's until next year.
I know, but girl, I need to start saving if I want to go to all these book signing thingy, because I want to go to Love in Vegas too.
When is that one again? I feel like I ask you this all the time.
October,
after
if
Book
I remember
Bonanza,
correctly,
right?
Yeah. So if I'm gonna be traveling, then I kind of need to save up money, because these traveling is expensive.
I want to go to that one too, though. The Shameless.
In Florida?
Oh, wait. No, not the Shameless. I'm sorry. I want to go to that one, the Love in Vegas.
Okay, yeah.
So.
Come, girl. Come. We could go to Vegas together.
What a gamble.
Have you gone to Vegas before?
I went like 3 years for my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Vegas before.
Let me tell you something, and this is my experience, and we're drifting a little bit off of the topic of the books, but that's okay. Yeah. Like, I went to Vegas for my birthday with me, my best friends, my sister, and my crazy wild aunt ended up joining us. Which I love her, but she's like this wild. She's wild. So if you hang around with her, you have like the best time ever. And we went to Vegas, and I'm the type of person who, like, it's fine. Like, let's go have fun. I don't mind spending whatever, but I don't gamble.
Yeah.
Like that. I have never, like, gambling has never interested me. It's not something that I personally enjoy.
Yeah.
So Vegas, I feel that if you don't gamble, you don't have as much fun.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm like, let's go buy drinks, you know, whatever. Let's go drink our butts off from AM to PM or what, you know, but I don't gamble. And the one time I did gamble, like, I spent like, what was it, $15, and I wasted it in one sitting. And I'm here like, $15, that's like a book right there. Like, I could have bought a book, and I just sat here and put it in this machine and didn't get anything out of it.
Yeah.
And that's my thought. Literally every time I would, like, that one time that I gambled. I've gambled twice in my life. One time in the Vegas casino, which I only put, I think it was $15, and I'm like, I'm out. Nope, no more. And then the second time I had gone before Vegas, I had gone to WinStar here in beside Texas. What is it called? Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, we're Oklahoma neighbors. So literally, I think it's like 2 hours, 3 hours from where I'm at. So one night, me and my best friend were like, let's go to WinStar. I spent $20, and I'm like, that is the last time I gamble. There I go to Vegas and spend $15. But I mean, I don't mind spending it in drinks
Mm-hmm.
or in other stuff, but I am not gonna sit on a table and gamble my money away. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, like that's just me. So my experience in Vegas was like, if you don't go to spend like half of your money that you're planning on spending on gambling,
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna, I don't know. Like, it was fun because,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, me and my friend did end up going out partying and stuff, which was fun. But I do feel that if you don't gamble,
Mm-hmm.
you don't do the whole Vegas experience.
Yeah.
I don't gamble, and I won't do the whole Vegas experience because I'm not going to gamble, because I could do so much stuff with that money that I'm gambling.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
My aunt is a huge gambler.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, oh, you have to do this and this and this and that. You have to lose to win. I was like, no. 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 First of all, you don't lose to win. Like, no, I won't do that. I'd rather not lose anything. So I'm just gonna but literally I do want to go to that Vegas signing.
Mm-hmm.
When is Book Bonanza? I always forget when Book Bonanza. It's in June or July?
July 20 something. 21st or the 22nd. One of those.
Have you gotten your Love in Vegas ticket?
No. I haven't bought any tickets. I was like, what if they sell out? And I plan on these.
Book Bonanza, I think there's a bunch of resales right now. Really?
Mm-hmm. Where do they even have those resales? I don't even know where to look for tickets.
You join the Book Bonanza group.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
And then there's like, they opened a comment box to where people want to resell their tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And all they do is forward you the email, and then you email Book Bonanza and they change the information from that ticket number to your information.
Oh, okay.
Because that's how I got tickets to the previous Book Bonanza, because I got it on a resale. Because by the time I decided that I wanted to go to Book Bonanza, all the tickets were sold out.
Oh.
So I got it on a resale. But I'll send you the website, the group on Facebook. Yeah. So, no, but I might join you in the Vegas one then. I will tell you this. They have a Nestle Toll House. I don't know if you, French reference, by the way. A Nestle, a Nestle shop. Uh-huh. Girl, they have the best chocolate cookies ever.
Seriously?
Yes. And they have a store in New York. Uh-huh. Nothing no. It doesn't even compare to the one in Vegas. And I told my sister the other day, I was like, I'm craving that cookie. And my sister, because my sister went to New York. And she said, well, ask her for one. I was like, no, it didn't taste the same. Like, I want to go to Vegas just to get that cookie.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to go with you to the signing. And then I'm just going to spend my time in the Nestle shop.
Yeah. Hopefully it's open.
It's a year from now. So hopefully.
Well, Vegas is pretty much everything open, no?
Yeah.
Unless I don't remember.
I think, I don't know, are they mandated to wear masks like California?
Last month, no, but I don't know about now.
Which reminds me of it was so funny because when we went to the premiere, know how California wasn't having masks mandated, and the premiere so I would say for the premiere, if you're vaccinated, and we did have to get a proof of negative COVID test before we could attend. So we didn't wear masks, but it was funny because that same night at 11:59 p.m., the masks order was put back in place. So I remember as soon as I was told, everybody was like, put on your mask. I was like, I can't find my mask. I was like, oh my gosh.
I don't.
But we slipped through that very easily though. Yeah. Because if the premiere would have been the day after, it would have been
Yeah.
I
It would have been.
like. Yes, I mean, I had fun because it was the first event where it
Yeah.
I felt comfortable. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
Passion Flicks did an amazing job because I felt comfortable. I didn't feel, I was very nervous going after, with my history with the whole COVID stuff. I felt nervous going, but I felt when I was there, I felt very safe. I felt it was very, very fun.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny because at 11:59, everybody was like, put on your masks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know how Vegas is. I think everything in Vegas is open.
Maybe, hopefully.
Everything in Texas, I know masks are mandated again, but
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
indoors. But I don't know. Hopefully next year things are better. Because I don't know how it's gonna go with the holiday with the bells event.
Oh yeah.
Because that one was already said was no masks. So that one's in September. So we shall see how that one is. I'm excited for that one because Kennedy Ryan is coming. Randy is coming. Megan Quinn is coming.
Really?
I didn't know that until I saw somebody make a comment on there asking her if she had submitted her order form. And then one of the authors that you like is coming too. Harlow
Ray?
Yes, she's coming.
Mm-hmm.
She has like a bunch of special edition paperbacks. I'm like, oh, they're so pretty. I want them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know. They're so expensive though.
I was like,
well, girl, if Megan Quinn hide books again, go look for it.
That was fun in Book Bonanza. I still want to know who found Lee's book though. LJ Shen. I wonder if anybody actually found it or if somebody from the staff and the Gaylord took it.
Which book was it? Was it Broken Night?
Broken Night. I remember I looked for it like crazy. I had people looking for it like crazy. I made friends so they could look for it for me like crazy, and it failed.
Funny.
It was funny, but
or what if they found it and they were like, "Nope, I'm not giving it to Jen. I'm keeping it."
No, it was fun. Like I had fun. Like I met people and they've helped me look for it, but we couldn't find it. So we. I remember somebody asked in her group, if anybody in here found it, like just tell us. So and nobody answered. So either a new reader found it or somebody from the Gaylord found it, or I don't know. But apparently, like his LJ said that she later went back to look in the place where she hid it and it wasn't there.
Yeah.
But for Megan Quinn, I remember you texted me. You're like, girl, she hid, because I wasn't paying attention to my phone. You're like, she just posted. Look, go look for this place.
Yep. Teamwork.
Yes. Oh, I had so much fun, but keep an eye on social media that day.
Yeah.
And tell me if she hides anything.
If
I find it, it's for you.
Okay. But if I have the paperback, then you can have it.
Well, if you want anything from that signing, let me know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later which authors are going. So if you want to order anything, I'll pick it up for you.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so that was our experience with the Driven premiere. Again, if you haven't watched it yet, definitely go check it out. passionflix.com. Again, there are 3 codes you can use for a discount. Don't watch it illegally. Don't support piracy. Be considerate of the hard work the cast and crew did, especially during COVID and during a worldwide pandemic.
Yeah.
So be respectful. Don't be asking for links because I've had several people ask me for links.
Seriously?
Yes. And I had a girl tell me, well, in my country, they don't have passion flicks. I was like, I'm pretty sure passion flicks is worldwide, honey. Like you can see it. But so no excuses. It's available worldwide. So check it out. We're going to add the link below. And don't miss Olivia and Michael as Riley and Colton. It is amazing. You're going to love it. It's chef kisses. And there's a scene in episode 2 that I love. And episode 3 premieres tomorrow. And then next Thursday, the last episode premieres, which is gonna kill us all because that ending is it's epic, but horrible for us because we're gonna have to wait to watch the third one. But so worth it.
I'm just glad we know the book though, because we know what's gonna happen since we read the book.
Yes, go ahead and pick up the book. Like, we're gonna link the series if you haven't read it. We're gonna link it below too, so you can read it. Because that ending, you're gonna be like, I need to know.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You don't have to wait to know what's gonna happen because there's a book.
Yep.
So, so check that out. You're gonna love it. It's epic, and we'll probably talk about episode 3 next week because we haven't watched it because we only watched the first 2 episodes. So that's gonna be fun. But if you have any questions about, how to subscribe or anything, just send Passionflix an email. I think it's info@passionflix.com and they'll help you out. But other than that, check it out. You're going to love it. And enjoy the Driven season 2.
Yes.
So again, like I said last time, I feel like we haven't done this podcast in forever because I felt like I read so much from the last time we spoke.
Yeah.
Like the last time we had a podcast. And now, like, I can't remember what I read.
I feel like 3 weeks passed. We haven't talked about the books that we read or something.
And I'm so used to like keeping up with our conversation. So it was weird. But I did finish Deliver Us from Evil by Monica James.
Yes.
That is the last book in the quote, Deliver Us from Evil. And I was speechless.
Yes.
This book, I am going to say, I did Punky. If you read the first, you have to read the first 2 books before you pick up Deliver Us from Evil. I'm just going to put it out there because it is, each book ends in a cliffhanger. Yes. So, I mean, if you pick up Deliver Us from Evil before reading the first 2, you're not going to know what the heck is going on. So pick up the first 2. But I will say the story took a twist that I didn't see coming.
Yes.
It was like you read it first because I was scared to read it. And you were texting and you're like, oh my God. I was like, what is happening?
Yes. That book gave me so much anxiety.
It made me, because I am going to say, going to put it out there. If you haven't read it and you want to read it and you don't want to know spoilers, put this podcast on hold because I am going to go out and give a spoiler. Okay. So I felt that Punky was very, I wouldn't say weak, but he wasn't the strongest hero from Monica's, world. Yeah. Because I felt like Baby Doll was the true hero of the whole book.
Yes.
Like she was the strongest. And usually from Monica's books, I'm always like, the hero was so like, badass, the strongest. But this time I felt like Punky was very like, I don't know. He just didn't do it for me. He pissed me off a lot.
Yeah.
Like
I understand that all the decisions he did, I understand why he did it, but at the same time, it's like, why? Like, I don't know. Because comparing him to Alec and to Saint, oh my gosh.
They were alphas.
Yeah, really. Like, super high alpha. And Punky is like very punky. Like,
yes.
Very tiny compared
and I
to
did
both of them.
feel like that conversation they had, you know, when she was baby doll, again, spoiler alert, when she was kidnapped.
Yeah.
You know how she was kidnapped and he ended up going to his, spoiler alert, baby mama's house.
Yeah.
So that whole baby issue was taken by surprise. Let me just put it out there. But that scene made me so mad. Like my heart crushed like for her because I do like the kid though. I like the relationship, you know, baby doll and the kid had, because he literally, he saved her life.
He was so cute. And
then he was acting all he was stronger than Punky was. Like he was like full on protection mode to protect baby doll. And which I loved, but I do feel, I don't know, there was something. I will say that I do wish we would have seen more of their relationship when they got together. Because I felt that when they got together, stuff turned them apart very fast. So we didn't have time to actually see them as a couple and see their, like, make us crave their relationship, you could say. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. I mean, I love the book. Loved the trilogy. Loved it. But I do feel that Baby Doll took the show. Yeah. On this trilogy. And it's weird for me to say because, like, I mean, I feel like we always aim to praise the hero. Yeah. But this time I'm praising the heroine because I thought she was a total badass. Yeah. Loved her. But apart from that, I totally recommend that trilogy. It was very good. I was terrified going into it. And I do want her to write her sister and his brother's book. Yes. And you know, I did message her.
What did she say?
She said she didn't say no, but she didn't say yes. So she said that there's always room for her to write their book. And I told her, who doesn't love a broken hero? Like, he went through so much. Like, he was an addict. She literally was there for him. Like, who doesn't want to read that? And well, hopefully she does. Can people please message her and tell her that we want their book, because I am dying. But I'm also dying for her new book that she keeps teasing.
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared of it though.
Because she said the hero was very alpha and possessive, and those are our type of heroes. So I'm very excited.
But she said it's going to be even darker than all of her dark romance.
And that is why you're going to read it first.
Girl, my anxiety is already really high just thinking about it. Like, I was like, why are you doing this? Why are you killing me? I messaged her. She's like, your message gives me life. Like,
your anxiety gives her life.
Yes, I love Monica, but she keeps killing me every single time.
I feel that and I think that's what makes a good author, though. Yeah. When you write dark romance and the reader is dying. Yes. You're dying, but you want more. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I love her dark romance. And I think she's one of my go-to dark romance authors. Yeah. Like, she's hands down you want a dark romance? Monica James. Yeah. And because her books, well, I will say her cliffhangers kill me. Yes. Every single time. So I would feel like I usually tell people like, wait till the last book of the series.
Yeah.
Like, buy the book, but wait to read them. Wait to read them. Because it reminds me of Natasha and 𝘬𝘖𝘕𝘳𝘴𝘤𝘬.
Yeah.
Like when they co-write,
yeah,
I have to wait until all the books are released. I have to.
Yeah. Just, girl, you should just let people read it and it ends on a cliffhanger and then message you, why didn't you tell me? Yeah.
It's her new book gonna be like a trilogy or a duet? Or is it a standalone?
Monica James? I feel like her books are always, if it's not a trilogy, then it's a duet.
We have enough cliffhangers.
I know. But girl, even when it's just one book, she still kills me. She still kills me even if it's just one book. Especially, I still think of Chase the Butterflies.
I'm still wanting the kids book, by the way.
I know.
Like, I need it. And I do wish, like, again, I am going to say, I do wish we would have gotten more of that ending because of how the book ended.
Heck yeah.
Like, I wanted more.
Like, they need more time together. They don't have enough time. But, yeah.
Like, that book kills me. That book kills me. But that's a conversation for a different day.
Yes.
That's another spoiler alert. And so I also read, hold on, Twisted Games by Anna Huang. And I had been seeing this book in my timeline on Instagram forever. And I do remember I came across her book on like a Facebook post from like somebody that I follow. And I had added it to, well, I bought the book and I never read it. So when they kept promoting the second one, the Twisted Games, I was like, let me, like, I was bored. I was like, I have anything to read. I was like, what can I read? And I guess the tide, like I read the blurb and I was like, ooh, brother's best friend. Interesting. And the blurb was very like intriguing. And intriguing it was really good.
Yeah.
I was like, first of all, let me start off by saying Alex is the biggest douche. But the biggest teddy bear, because he would do anything for Ava. Yeah. And it was, you know, your typical enemies to lovers, your brother's best friend. And I know somebody asked me when I posted about it if it was an age gap. I don't think it's an age gap.
I don't think so.
Like, he is older than her, but he's not that much older.
Yeah.
To where I would consider it an age gap.
Yeah. Because you're talking about Twisted Love, right?
Twisted, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I did read it too, and I believe the age gap was probably just
like 5
to 6 years. Yeah, because he was like mid-30s and she was already mid-20s or something.
Late 20s. Like
27.
He was like 27 and she was like younger,
22, 24.
They were just started. Hadn't she just started college or was finishing college?
Let me look at my note. Hold on. He was 26, turning 27, and she was 22.
Oh, so yeah, it's not an age gap.
Yeah.
But the way the book started was very intriguing and very funny because right from the start, you get so intrigued by him. Like right from the start. I remember when I was reading it and she's explaining, you know, her brother picks up and he's like, okay, I'm going to send someone for you. I was like, dun, dun, dun. I was literally at work reading it and I'm just like, I want to call in. Like, I literally want to tell him I'm sick just to go home and I can be reading this book. But it was very intriguing. It was very steamy.
Yeah.
the angst was off the roof.
Yes.
When he finally decides that he wants to be with her and that, you know, he wants to give in to what he feels for her, I was like, I was speechless because I thought it was very steamy. I loved it. And that twist that she threw.
Yes.
I'm not gonna spoil this one because I like it. I feel that it's new. So I want people to actually read it. But that twist, there's a twist in there that I didn't even see coming. Although I did think about, like, I don't know, like towards the beginning, you know, when they're in the party and everything, and the brother asks him for the favor. And then out of nowhere, he's like, well, what we can do is this. I was like, he's weird. Like, what is he up to? And literally, that's what came to my mind. But I never thought it was what it turned out to be.
Yeah.
So that twist was really good. I loved it. I think I mean, it deserves 5 stars in my opinion. I thought it was very good. What did you think about it?
Let's see. I have to say some parts was quite slow for me, but I enjoyed it. I loved it. And I have to say I love it because I haven't read a lot of books where the hero or the heroine is an Asian person. And I was like, hey, the heroine is an Asian girl. I was actually very shocked. And so I actually really love that because I believe I've only read 2 books that the girl is an Asian, and this is the 3rd one. And I actually would love to read more of where the hero or the heroine is Asian. And I don't think I've read where a guy is an Asian yet. Asian. So if you guys know any books where the hero is an Asian guy, let me know. But I really did love it. This is actually my first book by Anna. Because I've seen a lot of posts for Twisted Games, the 2nd book, and I was like, I really want to read the 2nd book. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna read the 1st book, and then once the 2nd book comes out, I'll pick up the 2nd book. So that's why I read the 1st book. It was, like I said, I did really like it. I enjoyed it a lot, and at parts it was quite slow for me, but like you said, I love that twist. I didn't see it coming. And let's see. Is there anything else I want to say?
I'm actually reading book 2 right now.
Oh, how is it?
I'm on chapter 3, I think. And it's very like, so if I am gonna, I mean, I don't think it's a spoiler because I mean, each book is a standalone, so I'm not giving away much of the story. Book 2 is a bodyguard princess book.
Yeah.
I love bodyguard books, so I'm very excited because I've always wanted more bodyguards.
Yeah.
Books. So so far I'm loving it. Again, I'm in like chapter 3. And I remember when I first finished Twisted Love, the first thing I said to her is, I want her brother's book.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know why him and the friend hate each other.
Yeah.
Like, they literally hate each other, like, hardcore. And that's an enemies to lovers. And I need his book.
Yes.
And she's so funny because she's like, everybody's saying that. I was like, well, I need that bromance because, like, they were best friends. And spoiler alert, I don't know if that's really a spoiler, and I'm just gonna stop there before I say anything else. But it is, I mean, I really hope the brother gets a book. I think he is, though, because I saw on Goodreads that she added, I think it's 3 books in the series, I think.
I haven't looked,
but I really hope that she does because I'm very intrigued by the brother.
Yeah.
But so far, book 2 is like interesting. Like I said, I don't think it's a spoiler, so I'm just gonna say it again. Like, I've always wanted more bodyguard books.
Yeah.
And I felt like I've only read like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
𝘋𝘖 being one of them.
Uh-huh.
And the other one, I forgot which one it was. But I love bodyguard romances.
I know. Like, I seriously think authors needs to write more bodyguard romance because they are the best.
Bodyguard romance and MMA fighters.
Yeah.
Like, I want more MMA fighter books. Like, Real 5 Katie Evans. Oh my God. Like, that book is hands down one of my favorite books. And I know you haven't read it, and I keep telling you to read it. It is so, like, he is so alpha. He is so sexy, steamy. So more bodyguard, more MMA fighters, more single fathers, enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I also currently reading Twisted Game. So next week I should have that finished. So I'll talk about that one. I did read Wait for You as well by Mariana Zapata. Because somebody recommended that book, because I did ask for single parent book recommendations. And it was I liked it, but it's a slow burn, like hardcore slow burn. I remember, they don't even kiss until like, I'm gonna say 85% in the book.
Oh wow.
Or like 80. So it was a slow burn. But it was good. I liked it. It was a single parent, but because she's not, the heroine's not the parent. She takes custody of, I think it's the niece. But it was very good. I liked it. It was good. I liked it. Again, if you like slow burns and you want a single parent, Wait for It. It's it for you. And I also read Trouble by Tia Louise.
Okay.
Loved it. I love the cover, and she's coming to Holiday with the Bells. So I ordered that paperback because I thought the paperback was so cute and sexy and steamy, and I just needed it in my bookshelf. So that I love that book. It's if you're looking for, a badass hero and a steamy book, pick it up. If you haven't read it, add it to your TBR.
Yeah. And
that's pretty much all I read. Like I said, I'm currently reading Twisted Games. And I am going to read Something You Want. Let me make sure that's it. No, Someone You Love by Kristen Granada.
Okay.
I love the cover. Look, isn't it really pretty?
Yeah, that is cute. You want to know what that kind of gives me? The vibe of Lake and Manning.
Ooh, yeah. I didn't even think about it. Is it the same models?
No, I don't think so. No. But it kind of gave me that vibe. But yeah, I saw that cover. I think you shared on Instagram. I saw it.
It's so pretty. I saw the cover and I had to order the book. And it's my first book by this author. So I started it. And I need to continue. I'm in chapter 3.
Girl, how many books are you reading at once?
Well, this one I put it on hold to read Twisted Games.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm going to go back to this one. And then I got Indigo Ridge by Daphne Perry on my Kindle that I am going to read. I've been holding off on that one.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to read it until mid-August.
Yeah.
But I can't wait. So I should start that one by Tuesday or Wednesday. So I won't talk about that one until like closer to release day though. But that's literally my next one after Someone You Love. And I think that's pretty much it. That's what I read. That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm going to
Mhm.
read. And I don't think anymore. Do we have any arcs coming this week?
We should be getting Untamed Hearts by Molly O'Keefe. I'm pretty sure we might get that one. We might get that one this weekend because that one is releasing next Tuesday.
What part is that one of?
That one is from the Midnight Dynasty. It's all standalones with the guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that we might be getting that one this weekend.
Is that the only one? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this week is gonna be my free reading where I'm gonna read like just for like the books that are in my TBR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because I felt like I've been reading like my arcs, making sure that I don't get behind on them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's what I'm reading. So next week I'll talk about these 2 books, Twisted Games and Something You Love.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's pretty much it. I haven't. Oh, and I'm finally gonna continue the MC series by Gianna Darling.
Oh, okay.
I did finish. I don't know if I told you. I did finish.
Welcome to the Dark Side.
Welcome to the Dark Side. Yeah, and I've been dying to get to the 4th book, the Ink.
That's the 5th book, Inked in Lies.
That one.
Mm-hmm. That's
Is everybody saying that's an enemies to lovers?
It's kind of enemies to lovers and an unrequited love.
So I've been dying to read that one, but everybody was like, read the first couple, like the first book, so that way you can that way you know what's going on. Yeah. So I was like, okay, fine. And I finished the second one, which I loved. Zeus is I just want to hug him. Like that age gap was like, I don't read age gaps, y'all. I don't read age gaps. And I was like swooning like crazy. I was like, oh my God. Like he loves her so much. I was like swooning hardcore. So I loved it. I remember I kept putting it off because I kept trying to catch up on my arcs. And finally, when I caught up, I was like, let me finish it. Finally, let me finish it. And I put everything on hold that I was currently reading and finished it. And I'm like,
doesn't Dante kind of give you Zeus vibes?
I guess because they're so protective. I was like, girl, I was crying. I was crying. Yes. I'm like, don't. Like, I want to cry right now just thinking about it.
Yeah, it was a good book. I love Zeus.
It was good. It took me by surprise because, like I said, I'm not into age gaps.
Yeah.
So.
And you loved it.
I loved it. I didn't want to. Now I get why people want more.
Yeah.
Gianna, I'm joining the I want more train.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's what I read, and I'm my goal is by the end of the week to like start the 3rd book of that series.
Yeah.
So hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, that's all for me. I feel like that was a lot.
Well, let's see. For me, I did read Twisted Love also. And I read The Perfect Ruin by Shannara Williams. I got this arc like few months ago, but I didn't read it because she keeps on pushing the release date of the book. So I was like, okay, I have time. So now when the book is going to release on August 3rd, which is by the time this podcast is up, it should be released already. So I read it and oh my gosh, girl. This book, if you love thrillers, if you love, let's see, what kind of movie should I compare it to? You know, those movies where the people where the guy is already married and this side woman is really obsessed with the husband. It's kind of like that, but it's not what it is. So that is part of the book, but it's where she takes revenge on this lady because this lady ruined her life. And so she is planning all these ideas to get revenge on the lady. And so she really liked the husband. So it is really intriguing. Like I got really, like, I believe halfway, or maybe I don't remember, halfway when her plan really starts rolling. Oh my gosh, I was like, it's getting crazy. And I didn't see that twist coming at all. But oh my gosh, I feel so bad towards the end. Because the main character, well, they mainly focus on Ivy. Ivy was the girl who's going to take revenge. And so it mainly focuses on Ivy. And I hated Ivy.
Oh my gosh.
But I ended up feeling so bad for her at the end of the book. And I'm like, I think Shanora should write a second book, even though I hated Ivy. I really want her to get a happy ending. I feel so bad for her. But yes, the perfect ruin. If you love thriller, if you love suspense, if you love revenge, then pick up this book. This is actually Shanora's first thriller book. So
it doesn't end at a happily ever after.
but I did enjoy it. Once the thriller starts coming in and everything, it gives me a lot of anxiety, but it was good. I liked it. And then I feel like I've read this like a few weeks ago already, but I didn't have time to talk. I don't think I've talked about it on the podcast yet. Things I wanted to say but never did, by Monica Murphy. That's my first book by her, and it was such a thick book, but I loved it. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna say it. I don't understand bully romance. I think I've said it a lot of times. I do not understand bully romance at all. The hero is like a jerk to you. He's like the biggest jerk, and then you still end up wanting the jerk. Like, I don't understand bully romance. But oh my gosh, 𝘋𝘖 was a jerk, seriously the biggest douche ever. But this book is actually one of my favorite bully romance books. So if you haven't read it, totally recommend it, especially when you love bully romance. Because I feel like people still love him even when he's such a big jerk. But I feel really bad for Summer though. Like at times I think Summer is too naive. But I feel really bad for her.
There were times where I loved the book. I loved him. But I do feel that there were some times where it didn't feel like she had a backbone.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, other than that, I mean, I loved him. I thought he was. Yeah. I love a bully romance. I love bully romances though. Like, this was more like, yeah, it was a bully romance, but it was more like an enemies to lovers, dark romance with a little bit of bulliness in there.
Yeah.
So I thought, because this is so different than what Monica has done previously. So it was a nice refresher from her books, because I mean, she's been writing a lot of teen, young adult romances. Yeah. So this was a nice kaboom. You know what I mean? I loved it. I thought 𝘋𝘖 was amazing.
He was mean.
But that's what makes him like even
cuter. I didn't understand.
But you've never liked bully romances, so
I do like them once in a while. I think it's because of I don't really like young adult.
Don't like young adult. That's what I was gonna say.
I think that's why I had such a hard time liking 𝘋𝘖. But he is, at times I do love him, but at times I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to strangle him because he was like, dude, just man up and just tell her how you feel. Like, oh, but you get what
and
I mean.
That's part of the tug and pull, you know what I mean? Like,
okay, I get that he's kind of pissed at her because she's the daughter of that.
I don't know. I think bully romance is very tricky.
Yeah.
I personally, I'm very picky on who I read the bully romance from.
Yeah.
Right now, I loved how, Monica did this book again. It's not, I don't consider it a bully romance. I consider it more of a dark enemies to lovers with a little bit of bulliness in there. But right now, I feel that Holly Renee is my go-to bully romance, enemies to lovers.
Okay.
I mean, because hers are enemies to lovers, but it has a little bit of like bullying in there. And she has a new book coming out. Girl. The Touch of a Villain almost killed me. Like, the good thing that is that, this duet releases a couple of weeks after another. It doesn't take like 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I think bully romances, it's very tricky. Like Penelope Douglas, when she wrote Bully, I love that book. Love it. They seduced her. Like, it may, like you said, you're like, these guys are so mean to you. Why do you just forgive them? And when you read, I want you to read Bully, but when you read Bully, you're like he treats you like dirt. For me, I'm just like, oh my God, like, I don't know.
Well, I bought Bully, but I hope I won't regret buying it. But
it is a young adult.
Yeah, because I heard a lot of good reviews about it too. But so I will read it. But I think it's because I'm just too old for young adult. But then there are some really good ones, so I will still read it.
I will say, if you guys know of any good bully romances that I haven't read yet, let me know. I love them. I think as long as it's not like, I don't know, like, I don't like cheating. So as long as there's no cheating or reverse harem or anything, like, send them my way. I want them.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure there are tons of them that's bully romance, but it's reverse harem.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's tons of them. Anyways, I recently finished the Casanova by T.L. Swan, and I've been dying for this book since I believe once I finished The Takeover, and I think she announced it, and I've been dying to read it. It's releasing on August 26th, and oh my gosh, girl, you still need to read this series, the Miles High Club series. I love it's on all the brothers. It's based on 4 brothers, and the Casanova is the 3rd book in the series. And the second book, The Takeover, a lot of people love Tristan, the hero, the second brother, and like everyone is afraid that this 3rd book is not going to live up to the expectation, because the second book was perfection. Like, seriously, the second book, I still can't get over it. But the 3rd book, I seriously think it totally met my expectation, and it surpassed it. It deserves more than 5 stars. Just thinking about it, like, I want to reread it. Like, I don't want to read any other books and just reread it and just spend time with the Miles brothers, because they are fire. They are alpha. They are dirty. They are seriously dominant. And I don't want to give too much spoiler about it. Just know that it will live up to your expectation. Because
what is
good.
book 1 about?
Book 1 is about the older brother. Let's see. Stop over. They had I believe it's one of those where they had a one night stand, or like and then it appeared to be that he's her CEO. And so, yeah. And then obviously,
Is it an age gap?
No, it's not age gap. T doesn't write a lot of age gaps, I don't think. They're all mainly the same age. If not, then just a few years difference. But I love that series. Besides the Casanova, because I caught up on all my arcs, and so I have 3 books left that I need to read by T. And so I also read Gym Junkie. Oh my gosh. I seriously think this hero is almost as possessive and obsessive as Jessie Ward.
Oh my gosh.
You know how much I
Your love
Jessie.
for Jessie.
Yeah, so this hero is almost as alpha as Jessie. But oh my gosh. I love the Stanton world. I miss the Stanton world. I hope T will continue the Stanton world, because I just love that world so much. And I won't go too much into it because I think it's too long already. But I'm currently reading Catherine. I think that's how you pronounce the heroine's name. Catherine. That's it's the second book in the 𝘰𝘂𝘕 series, and oh my gosh, it is a bodyguard romance. She's a mafia princess, and he is the Don's right hand man. Oh my gosh, I believe I'm in chapter 4. And oh my goodness, I seriously think it is an age gap. He's 31 or 30, and then she's 17, going to turn 18. So, obviously in mafia, and they have a lot of people going against them. So the Don have him look over the sister, and the sister, for me, I still love Virgin Heroines book. I think some people are so over it, but I am still all for it. Virgin Heroines. And so she wanted to give up her V card to one of her classmates, and guess who showed up? Hugo. He's a hero, and he came and legit tackle that boy down. And he is very alpha. That's all I'm going to say. And it is starting off with a bang, and I can't wait to finish it. So yeah, that's what I've read and currently reading.
See, I feel like we've read a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I also feel that we haven't done this in a long time.
Yeah, that's why we went on forever.
Yes, and I could have talked more about the books, but I don't want to add too much. But yeah, it feels good.
Yeah.
Free reading though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I've had so many books in my TBR that I've been wanting to read forever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing to finally be able to read them. I'm so excited to continue reading Gianna's books. Yeah. Finish Twisted Games, start on Indigo Ridge, which I'm dying for. And I feel like there's so many books that are going to be coming out that I'm so excited for.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna, you know how I said that I was gonna get myself on a budget. Mm-hmm. I haven't been doing that. But I need to start because I do want to do a lot of stuff towards the end of the year. Plus, if I do want to go to that signing in Vegas, it's crazy. So I've been buying a bunch of books, which I promised myself last week, no more. So
yeah.
no more books. But that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed our little insider on the Driven premiere, and hope to enjoy us talking about the books we finished reading and that are reading. I feel like I said that we haven't done this in forever, even though it's been like 3 weeks, but it feels forever. And it felt amazing being able to talk to you, Payne, about the books I finished reading. And I don't know, we've been doing this for a while, and I'm so used to it already.
Yeah.
But so next week we are going to be talking about, again, the books that we finished reading this week, which I feel that we're going to have a lot, because I have a lot that I want to finish this week. And we're just going to talk about, books that we've recently purchased. And, if you guys want to hear us talking about something specific, let us know. And we are going to be announcing new author interviews soon. Payne reached out to some. I reached out to some. And it's going to be very fun. I'm so excited. And if you missed our interview with Natasha Madison last week, go ahead and check it out. It was amazing. Loved her book released last week. And I can't wait for people to read it and know about that little twist in there. I feel like so many books have twists that I just want to spill the beans on. But it was amazing. If you haven't checked out that interview, go ahead and check it out. Again, if you have any questions, just let us know. Message us on Instagram at Book Buzz Podcast, and we will get back to you. We are so close to 500 followers on Instagram, and I think like one step away from 100 subscribers on YouTube. So subscribe, follow, and again, if you have any questions, just let us know, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.